I am in buoyant mood for this week's edition of Backpage Blues. I've been joined by Charlie Skillen from the Mail Online.
How's the finger, Raw?
The finger is better. I sense a mocking tone.
Absolutely not. I was very concerned.
Yeah. This is what I put up with a lot. I was in serious pain. And as I say, I'm in fantastic spirits. We've tied Eden Hazard up to the club.
Yeah, it's the best signing Chelsea could have made. I think,
I agree.
whether that's a new player or anything, keeping Eden Hazard at this club is central to everything we need to do in the future. He's signed a deal till 2020 on 200 grand a week. We reported today.
It's a bargain.
Which and it's good for him as well because he's going to get about 57 million quid over the course of the 5.5 years. So it's a good bit of dosh.
Yeah,
but
not bad.
But it's so crucial. It's a commitment from both sides. It's a commitment from Chelsea, showing him how important he is to us. I think he's our best player by some distance. I
completely agree. I think that we're actually going to have, sometime between now and 2020, a Ballon d'Or winner at Chelsea.
Yeah. He is of that level. Currently, I'd put him just a tiny bit below kind of Messi and Ronaldo. I think possibly he could do with being a bit more selfish, having a bit more kind of.
Is it just the goal scoring? Is that what it is? Do you think that's the thing that sets the other two apart?
But it's kind of the way he plays the game. I mean, to his credit, he's so unselfish. He's a creator. Yeah. I think sometimes he needs to kind of take a few more chances, take a few more shots to kind of get up to that dominant level of like a
That'll
Ronaldo
come
or a
though.
Messi.
He's so young,
That'll
isn't
come.
he?
Yeah. Well, I mean, interestingly, this wage packet has never been offered to a player of his age. Really? Ronaldo and Messi. Obviously, it was different times, but they were on like less money back then.
They talk so highly of him as well, don't they? Like, I think Mourinho loves his dad. They think that they've really got the right attitude and how to become a brilliant football player.
It's also, make no bones about it, it's also has this commitment to Chelsea. He is going to be one of the top players in the world. He's put the faith in the club and the staff, and Jose Mourinho, who's brought his game on leaps and bounds, in my opinion. He's put that commitment to Chelsea to continue his development. It's
such good news. Everything's just so good at the moment, and more good news I have. I feel like I'm just the bearer of brilliant things at the moment. Ivanovic is off his charge, rightly so, in my opinion. Do you agree?
Yeah, I mean it's great news for Chelsea. Personally, I think the arm around the neck of James McCarthy's neck was a little bit naughty, but the referee saw that, and to be honest, that was a whole melee anyway.
Oh, it's handbagged. It's a contact sport. People can't keep getting hauled up for everything like that. It's ridiculous, don't you think?
I don't think there was any notion of a bite or even really a headbutt. So I think, especially with some of the decisions that we've seen go unpunished, I think it was the right decision not to have him charged. I completely
agree. To be honest, Charlie, I'm fed up with journalists who are like out for blood with my players. It's absolutely painful, and I'm sick of it. So if you'd have a word, please.
Well, although Ivanovic was all over the back pages, there was no one explicitly saying you've got to ban this, you've got to ban this. What you've got to remember, if me and you were just two mates meeting up in a pub talking about the football, that was the talking point of last night. Willian's last-minute winner was not the talking point for the country as a whole. It might have been the talking point with Chelsea fans, but especially with.
And what you think that's why it was covered to the extent that it was?
Of course, the best stories go on the back page, and the fact that maybe Six Nationals had Ivanovic on their back page last night, particularly with Martinez's quotes in mind, and obviously Mourinho storming out of the interview. That was by far the best story of last night. It's always going to be on the back page.
Right, I see. I've actually got another great story from last night, Charlie. Petr Cech. I love that guy so much. He's an absolute hero, and he had a fantastic game. He was actually responsible for those points as much as Willian or anybody else on the pitch, more so than a lot of people on the pitch actually. And I thought it was a bit of a travesty that he wasn't named man of the match. I think Matic got it, who played brilliantly, but he wasn't integral to the win the way that Petr Cech was. I thought he was fantastic, and it's lovely to see him there. He's going to get David James's record. Yeah. Do we have a new number one?
Well, Petr Cech's always been Chelsea number one. Always has been. For the past 10 years. We've been extremely lucky to have him over the past 10 years. To be honest, especially at Villa, the Villa game and the Man City game, I don't think Courtois played that well.
I agree.
And I think it'll be interesting to see who Mourinho picks in Paris. Personally, I'd go with Cech. I think at the minute it's the safer option. Cech has done fantastically well to play at that level when he's come into the team.
And he's so experienced.
Yeah. Look, make no bones about it. Thibaut Courtois is going to be Chelsea's keeper for the next 5, 10, even 15 years. It's not the end of the world if he doesn't play every single big game this season. He's still adapting to English football. The way the keepers get challenged so much in the box. And personally, I think you saw at Villa that was kind of one of his weaknesses, actually catching of the ball, whether Cech just comes out, grabs it, makes it his own, whereas Courtois kind of dropped it a little bit, which you can't really do.
I agree, and I think that it's right to play Cech when we play Kurt Zouma. If Zuma's because he's slightly more inexperienced, it's nice to have Cech behind him, Terry alongside. But that's our views on it. Do you agree? Make sure that you comment. We love to read your comments. So do you agree with everything we said tonight? We spoke Hazard, we spoke Ivanovic, we spoke Petr Cech. Let us know what you think. Comment, and we look forward to seeing you on the next one. Cheers for watching.